First semi-final in the women's 800 meters lines up like this. Garcia of Colombia in lane 2, Langerholk of Slovenia in 3, Kaluka of Russia is in 4, Mutola of Mozambique in 5, Klotsova from Slovak Republic in 6, Okoro, Great Britain in 7, Peteljuk, Ukraine in 8, and Lewis of Australia in lane 9. First two and the two fastest losers through to the final. So the tactics here will be interesting, with two more races to come and two fastest loser spots available. Will somebody want to take this out? Langerholk has started very quickly, the Slovenian in lane 3. Tamsin Lewis, who normally wants to get to the front, out on the outside, is happy to let somebody else do it. Now they're all just starting to come across, and Marilyn Okoro just trying to find a good position, and she's managed to do that. So Langerholk taking them through this first 200 meters fairly swift, round about 27 seconds or so. Pretty sensible though, and Marilyn's in a good position, Brendan.
She moved neatly there. She's settling down in the group. She's going to have to run the best race she's ever run in her life, but I think times are ready for her, and I think she's ready for doing this. It's a very strong field. The pace, the first round of the women's 800 meters was a little bit steady, and now I think the pace is going to pick up. They're coming down the home straight, and they're moving just neatly, just tidily, nothing special. 58.79, and that puts Marilyn Okoro in with a really good chance. 58.79, she can run fast off the back of that. She's got to now hold her position. She's got to be a little bit careful if they come from the outside. Maria Mutola under pressure on the inside. Marilyn Okoro running strongly down the back straight, and this is the time she needs to take closer order. First two and the two fastest losers. Marilyn Okoro is doing her job well, and she's got to move from here because she's going to run a long way round the top bend.
And the Russian Kaluka, the first to strike from the front, and Marilyn Okoro a little bit slow to react there. She was in a good position. Peteljuk's in second, Maria Mutola, former Olympic champion, in third, and Marilyn Okoro's got some work to do here. She's got to get in the top two, and Mutola just clips Peteljuk, and Marilyn Okoro's going to attack round the outside. The Russian Kaluka is away and safe, it looks as though she is, and Mutola looking for the second spot. Marilyn Okoro just starting to tie up a little bit. Kaluka is going to take this from Mutola. They're the top two. Klotsova takes third spot. Marilyn Okoro made in about 6th. 1:58.31. 59.52 second lap. And to be honest, that was a little bit untidy, I think, from all of the athletes. Only the Russian came out of that with any real credibility. Mutola's got herself into another Olympic final. It wasn't particularly quick. The first lap was pretty average, and I think Marilyn Okoro can do better than that. And she's going to be so disappointed to have come this far and not delivered in the semi-final.
This was a crucial point down the back straight for Marilyn Okoro. They're running strongly, they're beginning to accelerate, and she's got to make the decision now. If she's going to go, she's got to go a long way round. And there, the pressure of Maria Mutola, and I honestly thought that Mutola was going to struggle to get through to the final. I thought Marilyn Okoro had a really good chance. I thought her performance at Crystal Palace boded well for these games, but Kaluka is clear and strong. Maria Mutola, you've got to say congratulations to Mutola, running as strongly as this and qualifying for the Olympic final again. But Marilyn Okoro moving now into 7th place. She'll be very disappointed with that. That wasn't a great performance, and I just think everything was pointing to Marilyn Okoro qualifying for the final. I don't know what went wrong with her tonight, but there they are around the bend. Marilyn Okoro's involved here. Maria Mutola moving out. Marilyn Okoro just behind her and just ready to move. And there's a little bit of a click between Peteljuk and Maria Mutola. They were very lucky that they both stood up after that one. Marilyn Okoro wasn't involved in that, but Maria Mutola, 6th Olympic Games, and you can see in her eyes all she wants to do is qualify for the final. Running strongly, battling on, and there we're looking at the sad figure of Marilyn Okoro drifting backwards. Haven't seen anything like that from her this season. She's fading in the straight. That's not what we expected. We thought she was strong enough. I didn't think yesterday's race would have taken this much out of her. 7th place for Marilyn Okoro. Very disappointing. I just don't know what went wrong.
Well, the times give you a little bit of an indication. She would have had to have run just about a personal best to get in the top two there. 1:59.53, but I think she felt as though she was capable of getting through there. She will be disappointed. She's with Phil now.
Well, Marilyn, understandably disappointed. Can you describe it for us, the emotion right now?
Absolutely gutted. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I just ran it tactically horribly. Had to work really, really hard. and it just didn't come off today.
Because we had such high hopes of you. I know you really believed this season above all others that it was your turn to take your place in the final.
Yeah, it really was. Went out this round in Osaka, so really wanted this to be different. To wait another 4 years now, but I mean, I'm still a brilliant athlete, and I do believe I can run with those girls. It's just a shame I won't get to show it in the final.
Was it purely the tactics then tonight, nothing else?
Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to run my race plan, and you know, quite all season I've kind of been running out on my own and stuff. So you know, you really have to mix it up and know what to keep cool when all the girls are around you. Got horrible clips and that, but you can't let that affect you. So I'm growing, I'm learning. Just have to wait for 2012 now.
Commiserations, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Also to the second heat of this semi-final round of the women's 800 metres. There's the lineup for you. Usevic of Belarus in lane 2, Balkanate of Lithuania in 3, Jelimo of Kenya in 4, Roskovska of Poland in 5, Benhassi, Morocco in 6, Kostetskaya of Russia in lane 7, Galatyud of Cuba in lane 8, and Jenny Meadows of Great Britain in lane 9. The second heat then underway. We'll see what Jelimo does this time. A woman in third place, the world junior record holder, not been beaten this season and been running under 1:55 regularly. Usevic on the inside, going with her. And coming across is Kalatyud of Cuba, very talented indeed. Jenny Meadows just behind Benhassi and just moving up. She's tucked in on the inside.
Well, we're looking at an amazing young athlete. Pamela Jelimo of Kenya burst onto the scene early this year in April. She hasn't lost a race at 800 metres. She was a 400-metre runner, decided that she felt as though she should move up and use her stamina, and she's shown it impressively this year. She really has been a revelation. Her average time over the last few weeks has been around about 1 minute 57 seconds, and she looks as though she's happy to do the same sort of thing here tonight. 57.9 for the opening lap. This is going to be a tall, and a trouble there. There was an accident.
That's Usevic, Brendan, who's gone out. She was doing very nicely at the front, and she'll not recover now. But look at this, from 300 metres out, Jelimo ahead of Kostetskaya. Jenny Meadows in fourth place at the moment. Benhassi in third, and Benhassi is a very, very strong finisher, and she'll need to be, with only the first two to go through, plus 2 fastest. And she's eased off just a little bit. 200 metres to go. Benhassi chasing hard. Kostetskaya of Russia in third place. Then comes Kalatyud of Cuba. Then Jenny Meadows in fifth place at the moment, just ahead of the Pole Roskovska. Into the straight, the invincible, absolutely invincible Jelimo. She's tying a little bit though, I think she is. Benhassi knows she looks strong, doesn't she? And Benhassi in second place. And of course the Russian with the fastest, or second fastest time in the field, comes into third place. Benhassi second. And well, Jenny Meadows, Brendan, we always knew this was going to be difficult tactically. Well, she didn't do much wrong at all there, but she was up against some real talent.
That was a tough one for Jenny Meadows. It was fast all the way. She wasn't able to contend. And last time around we had Kelly Holmes, Olympic champion. And sadly we won't have a British athlete in the final of the women's 800 metres. And she'll be very disappointed with that. And here we are at the bell, Jelimo leading. Jenny Meadows on the inside. And if you look at the athlete in the red vest, that's Usevic being pushed and tripped from behind and then managing to stay on her feet. And that's a bit, she's done well to stay on her feet there and quickly back into the race, but obviously the race is gone, her opportunity's gone, but she kept going, tried to do what she could do, and here we are down the back straight. Pamela Jelimo looks as though she's flowing. In second place is Benhassi from Morocco, the athlete who was only 0.05 of a second behind Kelly Holmes in the last Olympic Games. And then the Russian with a fast time just behind her, that's Kostetskaya, and Kalatyud is struggling now into the finishing straight. There's Jenny Meadows into the finishing straight. If she had anything left, she would have been able to move through, but sadly she's tiring, she's slowing as Jelimo cruises 1:57 run. In second place, Benhassi. Is anyone going to trouble this young lady? If anyone does, it might be Benhassi, but they're going to have to wait for fastest finishers.
there's the confirmation of that result. Pamela Gelimo, 1:57.31, and Hasnat Ben Hassi, 1:58.03. They're the two qualifiers. And just looking down Jenny Meadows, 1:59.43, only 3/10 outside her best. She was in 6th place. She's just outside her personal best, but doesn't go through. She's with Phil trackside.
Well, Jenny, it appeared you didn't do too much wrong in that race tactically, but obviously the class of the field was impressive.
It was. I looked at my semi-final and I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know, there's 4 world-class girls who, you know, on paper should have made the final. I got them all in my semi-final. I was hoping it would pull me through to personal best. Unfortunately, it didn't. The pace was quick, then it slowed, and there was some bumping and barging, and I was really tired the last 150.
Well, there's no question that Kelly Holmes inspired a new generation of 800-metre runners, and you, Marilyn, and Becky Lynn, Gemma Simpson. But where do we need to go to maybe bridge the gap to these people who are getting into the final with such impressive times?
Exactly. I think Marilyn's performance at Crystal Palace a couple of weeks ago, you know, was bob on what you need to do to get in those finals. I think really, I keep saying the word overused sometimes, but just experience. But Gemma, Marilyn, and myself, this is our first Olympics, and you know, it's tough out there. It really is. You race these girls week in and week out in Grand Prix, but come the championships, you know, a few nerves and emotions get to you. I don't think Marilyn and myself really underperformed. It's just another stepping stone, I think, to greater things, hopefully.
Thanks for talking to us, Jimmy.
All right, thanks, Phil.
Third semi-final lines up like this: Kristeer of Moldova, Bernard Thomas from Grenada, Adrianova, Russia, Krevson, Ukraine, Jepkoskai, Kenya, Guegan from France, Sinclair, Jamaica, and Kuzma of Italy. Jepkoskai, the world champion, attempting to get herself into the Olympic final. Adrianova of Russia started very slowly towards the back. There will be at the back of the field as a break on the back straight. Jepkoskai started pretty quickly indeed, and certainly setting her stall out here. Doesn't want to have any issues or problems. Just gliding through on the inside. Bernard Thomas on her shoulder, Kenya Sinclair of Jamaica. But it's Jepkoskai who set off at a pretty swift pace, and Adrianova's realised she's got to get into this, and there she goes into 4th place.
A fast opening 200 metres, 26.2 seconds for that by Jepkoskai, the world champion, who now finds herself in the lead. And the world champion is the number 2 string Kenyan athlete for these games, and the race is on between these Kenyan athletes. So they'll be the first Kenyan woman ever to win a gold medal in the Olympic Games. The 800 metres comes on Monday, the marathon tomorrow, and then the 5,000 metres later in the week. But interestingly, Jepkoskai looks to be more controlled here today than we've seen her all season. She's letting them know what she wants to do. She's dictating the pace. She's led every step of the way, and now she needs to just think about it. This time last year, at this point, she was completely controlled. And again, you're seeing senses that she's coming back towards her very, very best.
Jepkoskai really stretching them out. Kenya Sinclair's trying to go with Adrianova, the Russian, just starting to close a little bit. Krevson just balked a little there as Adrianova just moved out to give herself a little bit of room and trying to attack in the home straight. Only the top 2 to go through. Jepkoskai kicks again from the front, realises there's a bit of pressure there. Kenya Sinclair trying hard to go with her, and Adrianova struggling, the Russian, and once more Krevson almost stumbles, and Krevson's just coming through for the 2nd spot. Jepkoskai looks clear and gone. It's going to be Krevson, and Adrianova might be run out of this. In fact, Krevson's going to get past Jepkoskai, is she? Not quite. Adrianova settles for 3rd, and that's going to be interesting because one of the quickest women in the world this year has been run out of it by Krevson, who stumbled twice, not once but twice, with about 180 to go and then about 80 metres to go. And Jepkoskai, well, she was almost run down by Krevson, but I think she pretty much wanted to control it from the front, and she did that.
And there Jepkoskai leading all the way in this run, ending up with 1 minute 57 seconds. But they're coming into the straight. Has she got a sprint? Can she accelerate? And there she does exactly what she did last year in the World Championships when she came home the victor. She gets into the straight and then sprints. Krevson moving through past Kenya Sinclair, one of the fastest athletes in the world this year. Adrianova just running out of steam, but Krevson running strongly and running powerfully. Jepkoskai just holding on. Those two are clear. And then we look at the times, and I think they're going to struggle to be one of the fastest losers, but Adrianova is a bit close.
Well, there's Krevson just stumbling on the curb as she came into the home straight. Adrianova, well, she may have fought herself into a fastest loser spot. The two of them, along with Kenya Sinclair, were a good 5 meters back, and Adrianova really had no response in the home straight. Krevson running a huge personal best. That's the sort of thing, you know, the British girls, you'd really want them to come into the semi-final and try and find something a bit extra, and Krevson has certainly done that. That's a big surprise that she's got in there. Jep Kosgei, the world champion, safely through. Jep Kosgei winning in a swift 1:57.28, and Krevson with a big personal best to take the spot in the final. And Adrianova and Sinclair, by fighting each other right to the line, have pushed themselves into the two fastest loser spots. So that's what the final will look like, and it's headed by the two Kenyans, Jep Kosgei and Jalimo. Jalimo probably the favourite, and then the others you have to think are going to be running for perhaps the bronze medal, but who knows, anything could happen there. Jep Kosgei just came under a bit of pressure there, but Jalimo in particular looked very good.